Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it is the first time I've come across this channel, thanks so much for clicking on this video and for watching. My name is Becca, a migrant nurse from Ghana, currently practicing in the UK as a registered nurse. If it is the first time I've come across this channel, join my family by simply subscribing, turn on your post notification bell icon, that way you don't miss any time I upload a video. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you how I became an international nurse from Ghana to the UK. I know I've been making lots of videos trying to explain bits and bits of how to migrate to the UK, but this is my personal story, this is my personal testimony of motivating you and to know that your dreams can also come to pass. When I was told by a friend and a colleague at work that there was a program being run by the UK to recruit overseas nurses, so I developed an interest to travel. Prior to that, I was looking forward to moving to Canada or to the USA, so I enrolled in the US lottery, and I was also looking to enter the Canada resident permit, whatever they call it. I've forgotten about it. So I was in the process. Then I heard of this UK thing. I decided to turn all my attention towards the UK because I wanted to live in England. I was looking forward to being in England one day. So I took this opportunity to read more about it and to know how everything was done. So I went online and then I read how the whole process was, starting from all the tests and exams that you needed to write and everything. Then I was doing my first degree. I think I was just about completing my first degree, so I also wanted to concentrate on my first degree because there was no point in stopping something that I was almost done with and just to start a new thing. So I wanted to finish my first degree and then move to the UK. So I read more about Ielts and everything, as I said, but I didn't start preparing for it until when I was just about completing my first degree. So I remember when I was doing my research work, when I was just about submitting my research work to graduate, to do my graduation, alongside I was learning for the Ielts. Initially, I thought the Ielts was just an English test of competence that you can just write and pass, because obviously I have been taught in English right from kindergarten to university level. We speak English at home, and I mean, we do everything in English. But because my country wasn't in the English-speaking country list of the UK, I needed to write these exams. And I'm explaining this because somebody sent, I think a lot of people have been sending me messages asking if they needed to write the Ielts or the OET, and the answer is yes. Unless your country is part of the English-speaking country list, then you will not need to write. So I think I'll drop a link in my description box for you to know the countries that are not in the English-speaking countries, okay? So I wrote my Ielts. The first attempt, I couldn't get my required band score. And I'm not going to lie to you and say, hi guys, welcome to my channel. So when I wrote Ielts first attempt, I passed, and I this and I that. This is me pouring out my story, telling you the exact everything that happened some years back. My first Ielts, I had an overall band score of 7.5, but I didn't get the reading and the writing because you need a band 7 in reading, a band 7 in listening, a band 7 in speaking, and at least a band 6.5 in writing. So I took it and I didn't get the writing, and I had 6 in writing and I had 6 in reading as well, so I couldn't get it. I had to sit for it again. So fast forward, I said, okay, because I was in school and I was learning, it was like my attention was kind of divided. So I told myself, okay, I'm going to complete my first degree, come back and do this again. But again, I was getting impatient. You know, that kind of thing when you feel that the program is going to end and you really need to get involved, you really need to travel or migrate before. So I was getting impatient. I took the IELTS test again. But this time around, I traveled to Nigeria to write it because in Ghana, we had the Ielts British Council. You know that we have 2 types of Ielts. We have the Ielts IDP and we have the Ielts British Council. They are all the same, but the Ielts British Council is organized by the United Kingdom and the Ielts IDP is organized by Australia, though it's the same level of difficulty and everything. But I thought the Ielts IDP was going to be a bit easier. So I moved to Nigeria to write my Ielts IDP and funny enough, the level of difficulty was the same, but this time around I did a bit better. I had an overall band score of 8.0 because I did very well in listening, I did very well in speaking. I had the writing. This time I had 7.0 in writing, but again the reading I had 6.5, and I needed a 7 for the reading. And obviously I was very down, I was demoralized. I didn't feel like doing it again. I felt like I had gone to the end of it. I wasn't ready to do it again, because English is something we speak, and funny enough, see how I'm not making my required band score. So then I thought of going to the US and because I know that the US was taking a grade, a band 6 in all the modules. So I decided to try the USA. So I registered with Avant. Avant is a recruitment agency that recruits for the US. I started the process up to a point that I got very far with them, but they told me I needed to work in a facility that was having 100-bed capacity, and the facility I was working back then didn't have 100-bed capacity, so it didn't qualify me to join the United States program. Again, I was very demoralized. I was very down because I thought I was so good. I thought I was good in what I was doing, and obviously I have a degree. So why did you want 100-bed capacity just to prove that I can do it? Well, fast forward, I didn't give up. Then a friend of mine introduced me to taking the Occupational English test, which is the OET. So I said, okay, I'm going to give it a try. I started reading about OET. It was quite expensive for me at that time because the price of OET was twice the price of Ielts, but I was determined to do it. The only OET centers in Africa were in Nigeria and I think South Africa. Yeah, Nigeria and South Africa, but I was willing to go the length and breadth of getting what I wanted. So I did my Cbt exams first, which is a computer-based test. I registered with the NMC of UK, submitted my documents, and then I wrote my Cbt exam. I passed my Cbt at first attempt. I think I've done a video on it, which I'll be sharing in my card up there that you can check on them. So I wrote my Cbt and I passed in a span of 1 hour, and that gave me some kind of hope. It made me know that I could do it. Okay, it's something that I can do. So passing my Cbt made me very strong. I was supposed to do my graduation in November same year, so I decided to this time around concentrate on finishing with my graduation and everything, and then going back to taking my English test of competence again. So pardon me for the background noise because of where I'm sitting at the moment. I'm at London Bridge. So I graduated from school in November, and I did an intense preparation. I think 4 weeks to my graduation, I started preparing for my occupational English test. So I did an intense preparation of 12 weeks. It was like a day and night thing. And one thing I would like to tell you here, that if you are determined to do something, don't be discouraged, don't be let down, don't look down on yourself or think you can't make it. People are doing it. People that, excuse me to say, you are better than, are doing it, so you can also do it. So that is what I told myself. I had motivation from my family, from friends that knew that I was doing something at that time. They gave me all the maximum support I needed. So early December 2019, I booked for my OET test. I traveled all the way to Nigeria, and then I took my occupational English test there. After taking the occupational English test, I knew that I would pass because it was a day and night kind of thing. I had burnt the candles, I have done all that I needed to do. So I waited for a month up to 6th January, and my OET results came and I had passed. That was like the perfect New Year gift that I have ever had. So I had my OET results and I had already cleared my Cbt, of course. Then I started looking for a job. And that was also another phase that I was very down with. First job I got, or I wanted actually, was a care home. I wanted a care home job due to some reasons. So I got this first job through a friend that connected me to an agency at that time. This agent took all my documents and everything, all my paperwork. I had an interview with this company. I was very, very positive about the interview. They sent me an offer letter. I signed it. After that, I didn't hear of them again. I was broken-hearted. I was very, very down because I really wanted this care home. The salary was very good, but I didn't get it. Then I joined another agency, and then I had my first job that I came to UK with. So this agent took me to the NHS where I had my first job offer. I had my interview, I think in a week, within a week of submitting all my documents to the agent. In a week I had an interview. After the interview I was successful. I was sent an offer letter. It was a Friday, the interview was done on a Friday, so following Monday I had my offer letter and I was very positive. I had my certificate of sponsorship. After that, something happened and the certificate of sponsorship expired, because you know the certificate of sponsorship is for 3 months, the validity is for 3 months, so it expired and I had to start the whole process again with the same trust. At that time, communication wasn't so open between the trust and myself, so I started looking elsewhere for a job. I went to track jobs. That was how I discovered track job, because before then I didn't even know track job was existing. I only thought you had to go to the agency. So it was within that phase of being frustrated and being fed up with everything that I met track job online. I did a lot of applications on track jobs which were not successful because I didn't know the trick. So I shared a video, I think that was my last video before this one, where I was talking about how to hunt and land your dream job, because I have walked the walk. So in my process of searching, this old trust that gave me the COS that had expired got back to me with a new COS, and then I moved with them. So that was my first job, and then I moved with them to England, and then I started working initially as a healthcare assistant or as a band 4 nurse. I know some of the trusts even put you on a band 3, but because I had some experience and I think I had a degree and some things that favored me, I was put on the band 4, and I had to prepare for 8 weeks for my OSCE. Within the time I arrived, and that first 8 weeks were the most toughest of it all, of being in this country, because you are in a new environment, you don't know how things work, you don't know how to get your way around. I mean, it was very, very, very tough. And at that same time, you had to prepare for your OSCE exams and you had to pass. And at that time, people were really failing OSCE, so I was very, very alert, I was concerned, I was anxious, I was everything I can think of. But by the grace of God, I came out positive, I came out optimistic, I came out with flying colors. I passed my OSCE at first attempt. So after passing my OSCE, I was moved from band 4 to the band 5, and I was working in endoscopy. Initially, I was enjoying the job, I was liking it, up to a point I realized that it wasn't something that I was going to grow in. It wasn't something I was going to progress in. It wasn't something that I really, really fancied. As I purposed in my heart that I wanted to work in a care home or I wanted to work in a private hospital, I needed to shift. So then I started looking for a job again, you guys, and I had to do the whole process again. And I think I'll be sharing a video on how to change jobs or how to move from one job to another if you are a migrant here in the UK. I hope you get motivated by the story. So my whole process of moving from the time of preparing till the time I actually moved was over a year. It was a little over a year because of the delays in my exams and in all that. And I'm saying this because some of you ask how long it takes for you to move after you have passed your exams. It is a process, it is a phase. Don't be so hard on yourself, but just get yourself fingers crossed that you know that eventually you are going to move someday. Have your dream at heart, pray over it, work on them. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts, that is the reason why I opened this YouTube channel. So this is just something to motivate you, that don't let your dreams fade. Don't ever quit on yourself. Don't ever tell yourself that you can't do it. Of course you can do it. Of course you can do it, and you can make it as well. People are doing it. They aren't better than you. You aren't better than them. People are living their best lives here. There is life. There is career advancement. It's a place where you can thrive. So for me, I think it's the wisest decision I made. And before I moved also, I think a month before I moved, I told you I did a US lottery application, and I won the US lottery application, but my heart was already in the UK. Like my spirit, soul, body and everything was in the UK. So I really wanted to move to the UK. That was my dream. So I quit the American lottery, and I think this is the best decision I've made for myself and for my family. Thanks so much for watching this video. Just to let you know, never ever give up on yourself. Until we meet again, it's Bye for now. Thanks for watching.